Hi class, it's Professor Dunaway here. Welcome to week 5 of Financial Crimes 1. I hope you're all having a great weekend. This is the first official weekend of fall. I know here where I am in the Pacific Northwest, it's still kind of warm. We had a little bit of fall type weather, but now it feels like late summer again. So hopefully you guys are having good weather wherever you are at as well. So last week, for week 4, you learned about terrorist financing. There were a couple things to read from the Financial Action Task Force, FATF. You learned about typologies. And then Dr. Monroe, in his video, he gave you a critical perspective of terrorist financing. So this week, we are moving on to bribery. So you'll be reading, there's a couple links for Transparency International. I think there's an overview and a history. So kind of look around, surf around on there. I know it looks a little strange when you first click on the link, but once you start moving around with some of the internal links, it starts looking more like a regular website. I've received a couple questions about that. So just once you get in there and start clicking around, it'll start looking more as you're used to seeing a website look. There's also a reading from the OECD convention about combating bribery, so that's very interesting as well. And then be sure that you watch Dr. Monroe's video. He actually suggests that you maybe watch it a couple times because he does discuss, he gives some good definitions, and then he also makes some references to some good outside source material, just other websites and things like that might help you, where you can do some searches to help you get a better understanding of bribery, and then also help with the discussion forum question, which is why I have it up here, and I'll be talking about that in a minute. So next week we will be talking about corruption. So this week bribery, next week corruption. All right, so for this week, oh, and just a quick note. So your first assignment was due last Sunday. I will be posting a short video probably this week since the extension period's ending today. I'll be posting a little video about some of the common mistakes and then also just some of the things that I think you all did really well. So I'll be doing that later this week. But overall, you all did a very good job. Your papers were a pleasure to read. And I'll be touching on your next assignment in a little bit as well. So again, so for week 5, you will post in the discussion forum as usual. And again, the reason I have this up is Dr. Monroe drafted this question and then he updated it where he does suggest that you watch his video more than once and that maybe you do some internet research on the topics to kind of help with the discussion and understanding of this topic. So I just wanted to point that out to everybody for this week. As far as how I think the discussion forum is going, I think, again, you are all doing a great job. As I was grading your discussion forum posts and then also just looking at this week's posts, Arlene, I thought you did a great job. I really do appreciate your interaction with students. Your number of posts that you have is great, so I really appreciate that. And Tiffany, your initial post response for the one I graded, so for week 3, was great, very detailed, very organized, so good job with that. But overall, I think you are all doing a great job in the discussion forum. Make sure that you do use citations when needed and that they are Blue Book format. And then also just again, make sure that you're getting your posts in on time. That's usually where people are missing points, is either a late post here and there or yeah, so mainly just missing the deadline. So otherwise, great job on discussion forum. So you want to make sure, again, you post initial post by Wednesday, your replies and responses by next Sunday, 11:59 p.m. cutoff. Do the reading, watch Dr. Monroe's video, as I've said a couple times, so watch it a couple times because he gives you some good information. And then your next assignment, so your assignment 2, is due on October 9th. It's going to be another 5-page paper, 5-page minimum, Times New Roman font, double spaced, and you'll be kind of discussing what you're learning about bribery and corruption. You'll be using one of the articles and then some of the other readings that have been posted to answer and to discuss um, the assignment topic. So if you have any questions, as usual, email me, email Dr. Monroe. And oh, and office hours. I start the office hours this week. And I don't have the schedule in front of me. I believe mine are at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. So if you want to join me, I will be there. Tuesday, 6:30. I will send out an email reminder in case I have the time wrong, but I will send out an email reminder shortly before office hours begin to let everybody know they're coming up. All right, so that's it. Have a great week, everybody. And again, be sure to email us with any questions you might have. Thanks, and then we'll talk to you soon.